What's up, beautiful coach? Joel here. And I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes helping you see that building a $10,000 to $20,000 a month coaching business is simple and predictable, which may be quite challenging to hear, especially if you're struggling right now, but it truly is simple and predictable. Now, the reason why simple doesn't mean easy is because we allow our emotions to get caught up in business. We take things personally and we give things meaning that don't mean anything. And in this next 9 minutes 20, I'm going to remove the emotion from business and help you see business objectively, which is going to allow you to see it for what it is, a game. Business is a game, and when you see it that way, you start to enjoy it more. And the things that we enjoy, we're more consistent with, and we stay in the game for longer. And one of the most underrated and untalked about strategy in business is just persistence. It's staying in the game. It's outlasting everyone else. And the way we do that, as I say, is seeing business objectively and playing it as a game. So let's do just that. And I want you to follow along with these calculations with your own numbers in mind. So let's say your goal is to make 10K a month. And let's say your offer is $3,000 for 3 months, which means your offer is 1K a month. So to make $10,000 a month, you need 10 clients at any one time. Now, if I was just starting out, I wouldn't make that my goal. I would ask myself, if I was to give my clients a world-class onboarding experience, how many clients would I want to take on each month? And what's my level of conviction? How many clients do I feel confident in enrolling each month? These are 2 questions I asked a recent client, Jay, and he said, oh, without a doubt, it's 3. So let's run with that. 3 clients a month, which if you did for 3.5 months in a row, you would get to that 10K a month, right? So already that feels far more realistic and doable. So now we get into the inputs, the drivers of creating 3 clients a month. So to create 3 clients a month, we need some event to convert, some conversation to happen, which we can do one-to-many, or we could do one-to-one, or we could do with a sales page. But for most coaches in this discussion of getting to 10K a month, that's most likely going to be in an enrollment call. So let's assume that your conversion rate on an enrollment call is 1 in 3, which means to create 3 clients a month, that would be 9 calls per month, or 2 per week. Great, already feels more doable, right? So now we know we need to get 3 clients, we need to have 9 calls per month. So to create 9 calls per month, we need some way of inviting them, which again we can do via content, one-to-one or one-to-many, and with personal outreach. But let's say our conversion rate from invites to a call is 1 in 10. So that would mean to create 9 calls, we'd need to make 90 invites per month, or 20 per week, or 4 per day. So now we know exactly what our actions that we are in control of drive our business. Now, this is how pros think. Pros think about the inputs, the number of invites. Amateurs think about and obsess over the goal, and they keep all their mind on how much money they're making. Pros think about what value am I delivering in the world? How many conversations am I in? How many invites have I made? Literally on my whiteboard here, I track exactly that. The number of offers I've made, the amount of proposals I've made, and that's it. I track the inputs because I know when I focus on the inputs and I hold high standards on them, my business grows. Now, here's where we can get strategic, because by isolating what our key drivers are, we now know also what our variables are. So our key variables in this case, and this is oversimplified of course, but our key drivers in this case is our conversion rate from invite to call, and then our conversion rate from call to client. So business and marketing in particular is about increasing the conversion rate here, which we can do with our offer quality, we could do with our messaging, which is essentially the context for our offer. We can do with our content, we can do with our being, like our vibration, we can do with building trust through credibility, things like testimonials, awards and things like this. All of these inputs will increase this conversion rate. And that is business in a nutshell. Understanding the inputs, understanding the variables, being consistent with the inputs and playing that game whilst playing the game of increasing the conversion rates. Now, what stops us from seeing this is allowing our emotions to be enmeshed in all of this, because with every invite, with every 90 invites that create 90 calls, there's 81 rejections, or there's 81 ghosting, right? So that's 81 opportunities to move through something internally, to notice where we're allowing our emotions to get caught up in it and letting it go. With every 9 call to create 3 clients, that's 6 rejections. That's 6 times where we are attached to the outcome and we allow our mind to get caught up in what we will do with that money, and our emotions to get pulled along in that. For every 9 call, we need to go through 6 of those to get to that 3. But when we, again, remove our emotion from it and we just realize and see business as a game, we focus on the inputs and the outputs take care of themselves. So I hope this has been useful, and I hope you now see that business is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. As I say, what makes it not easy is that we allow our emotions to get caught up in it. What makes it also not easy is because there's someone on the other side that they have emotions, they have desires, they have doubts and fears, they have distractions, they have other coaches speaking to them. And that is the purpose of marketing and really working with a coach. That's really what I help my clients do. Business is actually very simple. What makes it hard is our emotions, is psychology and influence and all of the beautiful things that we work on. But when you see it like this, when you see it objectively and for what it is, you start playing the game, and when you start playing the game, you enjoy it more, you stay in the game more, and everyone wins. So I hope this has been helpful, and I have done it within a minute 40. So a little pat on my back there. Anyway, take care, speak soon.